Good morning everyone and welcome back to the channel. It is, I think it's the 20th, February the 20th. It is 2 days or 36 hours after Storm Eunice hit. So that hit, that was on Friday. Yesterday, Saturday, was quite blurry, blustery again from the southwest, and today, Sunday, it's going to be wet. It's going to pick up again, 40-50 miles an hour, it may be a little bit more, and it's going to be blustery again. So obviously the safer option for me, the more comfortable option, would be to go either on the east coast with the wind coming from behind, or up on the north, wind coming just across me a little bit off my left shoulder, and I could target rays or go in calmer seas. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to bank on a little theory. So I am heading towards Folkestone. I am going to try and fish in the sandy beach, the Sunnybank beach, because my theory is that the wind has been blowing really strong for a few days now from the southwest. So the whole of the south coast of Kent will be churned up like anything. There's going to be bait, food and everything flowing around in that sea for all the fish to feed on. Now, Sunnybank Beach, the beach to the east of the harbour, is actually going to be a little bit sheltered, and the seas should be a little bit calmer in there. They're not going to be calm, but they're going to be a little bit calmer than the open sea. And hopefully some of this bait and food that the fish naturally feed on is going to end up congregating in this beach. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that if we can get some bait out in there, we should have a good session and it should be relatively comfortable. So I'm going to get down there now and start seeing if I can put my theory into practice.
So, for those of you that don't know where Folkestone is in the UK, and it's down in the southeast corner in the county of Kent, or the Garden of England as it's known. So, let's zoom into Folkestone, down on, basically on the southeast edge. You'll see the marker there it is, and you can get to Folkestone straight down the M20 motorway from London, very easy to get to. And then the harbour, well, you can just sort of see the harbour. As we zoom in there it is there. Quite a nice little harbour, very picturesque. And then we've got the car park that I parked in to fish is here, because you can stay in this for more than an hour. And then there is a car park along the front, or there is parking along the front here, but it's permit only, 8 AM to 8 PM. So if you're fishing the night, you can fish there, park there, but if you're fishing in the day, you need to park in the first car park. Now, just as I walk through from the first car park, you'll see there is Folkestone Fishing and Heritage and History Museum. I didn't notice that before, and it's just under the archway as you walk under the tram lines, and looks quite interesting, and it's got good reviews on Google. Anyway, back to the fishing. The fishing spots that I fished, obviously I was on the beach and then on the rocks. So there's the beach one, covered in water, and the rocks are just down there that I moved up onto. And it's a great night fishing venue, good bass and flounder. And one other little pointer, Folkestone has got a little angling shop that I haven't been into, but I should do, and I will do next time, and it's just here behind the car park that I first parked in. Anyway, I hope this information has helped. Let's get back to the video.
Box 1 is ticked. When we look around here behind me, the sea is pretty calm as it's coming into this bay, and out there it is beastie. So there is a fair old breeze, wind coming from behind me, but I'm not worried about that at the moment. I'm on the beach, and now I can fish the beach today because the weather is like this. It is really bad. There's not going to be bathers down here, there's not going to be anyone other than dog walkers really. So whilst the sea is out, I've got to be a little bit wary of dog walkers walking past between my rods and the shoreline. I'm going to set up a little bit further back, but then bring it towards the water when I'm ready to fish. But once the sea is coming a little bit, I can fish off the rocks behind me there, and then I'm perfectly safe fishing straight into the sea, into this calmer bay where hopefully there's going to be a lot of fish feeding. Let's hope. Mark was supposed to be meeting me, but I think he's chickened out. He might turn up, I don't know, but if he don't, Mark, I do hope I catch something good. Right, let's get back, let's set up one rod for now, and let's get it out. Try and very careful not to get any of these joints down in the sand. That is blowing now, really is blowing. So the tide can't come in quick enough for me to get up sheltered behind them rocks, but I'm not going to waste fishing time. So let's get one rod set up. I'm hoping there'll be some flatfish in here maybe. This is going to be a scratching session, scratching about for whatever wants to take my bait, hopefully. Got a brand new rucksack, look at that, it's Valentine's Day present. It is awesome. I'm going to do a review on this rucksack because it is so good. It's sort of it's a mix between a luggage rucksack, a rucksack and a bit of luggage really, but it's so sturdy. I'll do a full review on it. I've just got to be careful not to lose anything in the wind at the moment. Right, so the rig that I'm clipping on, the single rig that I'm going with at the moment, is a one up, one down, and now I'm going to get the worms on this. As you can see there, my little paperclip bait clips doing the biz. So let's get this baited up, get it out. All right, I'm just going to try and get some fresh lug on here. Cracking bait again from Bill's Bait. I tend to use Bill's Bait down in Dover or Ron Edwards up in Herne Bay. I never have a problem with either, but I was passing through Dover yesterday, so popped in, got some bait off Clive. Very nice. So let's get this on the hook. There we go, I'm going to put a little bit of squid on these, tip these with squid. I lied, I'm tipping them with razor. Bit of razor on there. That can be clipped down. My paper clip, bait clips. Bit of razor on there. And we clipped up. Right, there we have it. We've got my Sonic Gravity set up there. The Shimano Ultegra. That's got 32 kilo Cinetic Skyline leader, which then comes down to my one up, one down clip rig, fully fluorocarbon. So that's a fluorocarbon rig body and fluorocarbon hook lengths. Just makes it a lot easier to straighten out any kinks, and obviously it's invisible, more invisible than mono. And there we go, you've just seen me bait it up. We've got the worm tip with razor clam on both of them, and I've got a 170 gripper on that. So let's get that out now. I've been getting some little rattles, so I might give it a couple of minutes and bring it in, see if there's anything on it. But promising as the tide floods. Not the easiest conditions to pick bites out, especially from smaller fish, but there's definitely some rattles there. Right, let's see this. Let's see what's going on. There's been some knocks. Oh, it's heavy. Could be weed on this, I think. I mean, there's a lot of pressure from the wind. Oh, I don't know, I think there's weed or crap on this. Can't feel any kicking. Oh man, that is heavy. Have we got a fish on here? Nice if there is. Ooh. This is a workout. There might be a fish on here. Or weed. Oh, a massive crab, that's what was pulling it. Is it a big crab? It is a monster. Oh, and a fish. We got an edible crab, but a small one. And we've got the smallest of bass. Let's have a look. Let's get this in the water. Now look at this. Brown crab, baby. So there we go. That was one of the creatures on my rig. We'll just put him down, and they all count. And we'll definitely take a bass, whatever size it is. So I've had a bass in January. Now I've had a bass in February. They all count. Look at that. So let's get these both back. Well, got a bite again. Let's just hope it's not one of the swimmers that are out in the sea. I love the way that well, I don't know what it is with people and fishermen. They seem to have no respect for you. They've got all this beach, but they come right down next to me, and they could be another 100 yards along that way. But if it was the other way round and they were swimming, a fisherman wouldn't even go near them and start casting. But fishermen seem to get a real lack of respect when they're on the shoreline, which I feel not needed. But anyway, let's see if this bite develops into something. Hopefully a little bit bigger than a 5-inch bass. Right, this is really pushing now. I think I've got a bite on this, so let's see. Maybe not. No, not this time. Well, there goes Mr. Cormorant. He's been fishing here for the last half an hour. I don't know if it's a good sign that he's going now. and this is pushing in so quickly. I've literally cast and it's back up to the tripod, which is great. I'll be comfortable up on the rocks in a minute, but it's a bit of faff at the moment. And with this wind, the wind pressure against my line, the 170s are not gripping great, but that's all I've got today. But fingers crossed we get a little bit more than a 5-inch bass. Well, so finally I've made it up onto this rock plinth, which is going to make things a little bit easier. I don't have to move around so much. The sea is nearly here, so I've only got to wait about 10 minutes and I'm cast out. And I'm going to fish one at the moment. It's been a bit slow down there on the beach. One bass, one crab. So I'm hoping it picks up a little bit in a minute. And as I'm setting up here, finally Mark has arrived. There he is, sitting on his rock, not feeling the cold. At least I've got a companion for the next couple of hours. Right, let's get this bait out, see if we can get some bites. It's getting worse as well, I think.
I reckon you'll have
Well, I hope so. Oh, anywhere and everywhere. Yeah, cheers, Mike. So I've just looked at the forecast and it's telling me on Metalvis, BBC and Windy that at the moment the winds are around about 40. In an hour it's going to get to 60. I think at that point it will be an abandonment of the session. Unfortunate though, because I was hoping for some nice fish off here, but safety first. No fish is worth risking your life for. And when I'm standing up here trying to get this rod out, it is really gusting from behind me. And it only takes one gust that you're not ready for, unaware of, and you could be over the edge into the sea. So I'm not going to risk it if it gets too windy. At the moment it's okay. And I've got some little tiny tappy taps again. Starting to get wet here. The force of the waves coming in are really smashing over the side. The wind's getting stronger, so I am going to call it a day. I'm going to bring this in. It just hasn't happened. There is loads of little bites, tappy 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 tappy, but it's tiddlers, it's microscopic fish. It's daytime, but I'm blanked. Tiny little bass. Tiny little bass. Save me blanking here. I've never blanked here, so I normally fish it at night though. Oh, and there's a bite. Oh, go on. Right, let's go get this in. I'm gonna get wet, and might be it. So let's see. Oh, it's so windy, I'm struggling to stand here. Feels a little bit heavy, but I think it's just the pressure of the wind on the line. Or maybe not, there might be a fish on here. No. I think that is it. Well, that is it. Rods are packed up. It's raining. It's getting really windy, and I'm getting splashed by the sea. Unfortunately, my theory didn't come to fruition. In a way, it is full of fish, but it's full of tiddly fish in there, pecking away. Not really what I wanted, but I'm getting out of here before this weather turns even worse. Gonna get home, get warm. Hopefully next time there'll be some fish. And until that point, tight lines.